Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 98 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to contain many different twists and turns, as well as adding in new mediums to the franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen by J.J. and George Lucas, and what they really want to do in order to really evolve the Star Wars franchise as we know it. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey, Kylo Ren, and Palpatine are engaging in a lightsaber duel, where it's said that they eventually initiate one of the flash fights, where the environment around them begins to shapeshift to the world of Tatooine. It's explained that Palpatine, Rey, and Kylo eventually fight near Jabba's palace, where Palpatine is said to use a brand new force power that is called a Force Storm, that rips a hole through space and time, where he is able to lift the pieces of the Death Star wreckage from the ocean and is able to toss pieces of it into the flash fight between Rey, Ren, and Sidious. It's explained to be a very dramatic scene between the three characters, where Palpatine eventually is able to use Force Lightning against both Rey and Kylo Ren, where Rey and Kylo Ren are said to work together by blocking the flow of lightning with their lightsabers. In this sequence, it's said that Kylo is using a blue lightsaber blade that is said to be Anakin's, where Rey is using Kylo Ren's crossguard as they block the attack and redirect it back at Palpatine, that is said to pause the Force Storm, where the flash fight is said to patch up and continue, where the wreckage of the Death Star is said to halt. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to feature, like I say, new mediums of the franchise. We're talking about the Netherworld, the Wills, flash fights, and everything, in line with the ancient Jedi and Sith, as well as how Palpatine is in the picture here. Now, what's really exciting about this is that this is a great way for J.J. Abrams to really bring in tons of nostalgia while also providing new Force powers that will be demonstrated in The Rise of Skywalker. Now, in case you guys did not know, a Force Storm is something that Palpatine used in Star Wars Legends in the Dark Empire comic, where he's able to literally rip a hole through space and time. He's able to tear space and time. And that, to me, is a very interesting side of the franchise that is now being made canon. In fact, if you guys go ahead and look at the teaser trailer, the second one, of course, you will actually realize that there's a moment in which we do see the Star Destroyers in the sky, where you do see a lot of lightning happening, and that most certainly is Palpatine's Force Storm taking place, since in, of course, Star Wars Legends, when he used the Force Storm, a lot of lightning occurs. So what I like so much about this is that this is said to take place in front of Jabba's palace. Now, this is also said to be connected to the other scene that we talked about, where the fight is said to take place in front of the Lars homestead on Tatooine. So that's another thing to discuss. But this particular sequence is also said to involve a moment in where Palpatine uses Force Lightning upon Rey and Kylo Ren, where they block the flow of lightning using their sabers. This, to me, sounds like a great alliance between Rey and Kylo Ren going up against the Dark Lord of the Sith, and I think the fact that J.J. Abrams wants to introduce a 2-on-1 lightsaber duel once more in the Skywalker saga is very ambitious of him, and just shows us of how much he loves the prequel trilogy. In case you guys did not know, J.J. is also a big fan of episodes 1 through 3, and that's the main reason as to why he wanted to really incorporate many elements of those films into Episode 9. One of the major ones, of course, is the fact that we are getting a 2-on-1 saber duel in this movie, and that's all because of J.J. and George Lucas. Now, the other thing that I do want to explain is that the flash fights are said to be very complex. It's said to be a mixture between force bonds, flow walking, and of course, lightsaber duels. And it's really going to be something quite amazing, because the flash fights were all shot in IMAX, where there are even sequences where Rey fights on board of a ship and Kylo Ren is fighting on some strange planet, and all these different environments that will take place that consist of elements from the past and elements in the present time, I think are going to be very, impressive to the audience. I think a lot of fans are going to be very much wowed by this experience in IMAX when they go ahead and see the film that's going to include all these new, special effects, next generation CGI, that is going to be applied to the flash fights and the lightsaber duels at that. So, to be honest, I cannot wait to see exactly what Palpatine is going to look like when he fights both Rey and Kylo Ren on the big screen, visually speaking. It said that this saber duel is actually said to be quite lengthy in, terms of how long it's going to be in comparison to, let's say, for example, Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsaber duel, or, the one that we got between Rey and Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. This one is said to be very, very long. So, anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.